So today we have got a very, very exciting interview with one of our WokeFX traders, Jay Hine. He was literally a joiner about 1.5 years ago before he ever joined Woke, blowing challenges left, right and center, but we'll go through that a bit later. And now he is a full-time Forex trader living in Thailand with one of our other WokeFX traders, WokeFX. This will be an extremely insightful interview on WokeFX itself, Jay's journey, a lot of tips chucked in there on how to stop blowing accounts, etc. And yeah, just overall a really good video, so make sure to stay tuned. Oh, and if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to our channel. We're looking to get to that 10K mark by the end of the year. How you doing then? You okay?
Yeah, not bad, how are you?
Not too shabby, not too shabby. Looks like you've got a nice tan from being there for a while.
Yeah, man. I've got a sick tan now.
How is it?
I ain't tanned this much in a while though. It's good, you know, it's just different, like, it's weird. It's weird adjusting to your outfit. Obviously been like here like a month and a half now, so it's crazy, man, but it's still not sick.
It does look sick.
It's a different life, isn't it?
Yeah, you're making me want to move out there or move to Dubai or something like that, because when I'm watching all your boys' stories and I'm just in here literally all day, every day. But no, it looks fucking sick, and it's obviously insane that you've made it work, obviously. The whole thing that I want to go through today is kind of your journey individually, what trading's looked like from when you got started, obviously the process with us, where you're at now and what your goals are kind of moving forward. Obviously this is Jay, for those of you that don't know. You're one of Woke's first members. Do you remember the exact number?
Yeah, I think I was like the first 5 or something.
One of the first 5 members, so obviously stuck for the process, and that's what the majority of people need to do to get results. And you've been trading properly for about 1.5 years, is that right? Something like that?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
About that, and yeah, so obviously one of the OGs from WokeFX, and now you've moved out from obviously the UK, quit your job, gone full-time with trading, moved to Thailand with one of our other WokeFX traders, Mr. WokeFX, who's rummaging around in the background a little bit. And yeah, it's obviously all moved through there. Obviously, funded trading has been a massive part of that. So we'll talk through that a little bit later down the line. But yeah, talk me through obviously the reason you wanted to get into trading in the first place.
Do you know what's weird? Every time people ask, "Oh, how did I get like involved with World?" I don't even remember getting involved. Like, I don't even remember meeting. I think I remember. All I remember was the first call we had. I don't remember how we messaged or anything. Yeah. But I remember I got into it. I don't even know why I got into it. I think I used to come across all the videos, and I came across a lot of your videos. That's when you've been pushing out loads of content when you first kind of started TikTok. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know, it just motivated me to get into it, and I got into it myself. But first, it just felt like gibberish, absolute gibberish. And I remember I had the first call with you, and you were telling me about all this and that, and I just had no clue what you were on about. Yeah. I know along with it, and I was like, but at that point, I'd already done about. I used to fly through challenges, so I'd done about 5 challenges. I didn't even know what I was doing at that point. Yeah. Obviously, I joined work and got a proper strategy together, but that's how it kind of went. I just wanted to get out of my job. I went overboard of it. Yeah, standard kind of financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom, all them things. Exactly. And obviously, yeah, so you mentioned obviously challenges before. This is what a lot of people obviously watching this, and anyone obviously starting work, etc. Funded challenges, anyone could do them, anyone could start a challenge, but having the skill set to actually pass it and make money from them, 2 separate things. When, let's say you take a challenge now, what's the difference in terms of like, do you feel like there's a huge difference between when you took them before work and when you're taking them now? Oh, massive difference, yeah. Because now I have is my Discord keep pinging for you?
Probably.
So now I have like a proper strategy. It's just so much better. Before, I was literally, I think I was doing like, I was having loads of YouTube videos, and I was literally just going through support and resistance, no entry model. I didn't even know what entry model were at that point. I just literally thought that it bounced off areas you took short or longs. Yeah. And so I massively changed from there. Then I didn't know lot sizes, I was just putting in everything. So like, to say I started, like, yeah, I did trade before I even started, but I didn't have a clue. I didn't even know what risk was. I remember I was chatting to another trader, and he said, "Oh, what do you risk?" And I said 20% of trade, because I didn't know what I was on about. And he was like, "Oh, that's a bit mad." And I thought it was normal. Yeah, that's why I was at before I even joined work.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, it's credit to yourself as well, because a lot of people obviously join, and where you joined, obviously it was the cheapest we kind of had it at, and obviously Woke went through a bit of a transition period where initially I offered kind of everything, mentorship, all the educational stuff and lives and all that stuff as a Discord monthly thing. And it was really easy to join, but the issue was we had way too many people join. And obviously it was just me mentoring. So we basically had to completely cut that. These are obviously for the viewers. And we repackaged everything. But Jay obviously started from the beginning, stayed the whole process through. And a lot of people that are getting really good results now are those first members, because they've been doing it and stuck to it for a long period of time. So obviously that's credit to yourself for actually consistently approaching it and actually doing the work in terms of investing your time to learn it properly. Obviously actually put time into the challenges, put time into the education, the back testing, the strategy redefinement, the calls with me, the calls with anyone. So it's credit to yourself as well, because a lot of people will join or look to join an educational program and then not actually put any effort into it. So fair play. Let's start to talk about, obviously we've kind of instantly gone through funding. And what funding is, for, again, those of you that don't know, is basically through prop firms, you pay to take a challenge, you have to hit X percentage in phase 1, phase 2, and then by the end of it, if you pass those phases, you'll get a funded account. It's never actually live, but I won't go too in depth on that. And basically any money you make from that funded account, you'll take home 80%. Normally it's about 80%. It can be all the way up to 100%, which is what you're on, if I'm correct, if one of one.
Yeah. I don't get along with the 80% splits.
Yeah.
It's not, it don't feel right for me.
I mean, it isn't right, because they make no money from your trading, so they absolutely should give 100% profit splits. But speaking of payouts and stuff like that, am I right? Did you get one today or yesterday?
Yeah, I literally just got one this morning. I woke up to one this morning, yeah.
Nice one. And that's from one of one, isn't it?
Yeah, one of one, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
so that's that.
Brilliant. Apart from the issues that they've been having, they're absolutely brilliant.
They do look quite good, to be fair.
Yeah.
I need to try them out. But cool. So that's obviously what prop firms are. Majority of people taking these challenges lose them and lose their deposit, and that's how these prop firms pay out their winning traders, their profitable traders. And obviously to get to that top percentage, and it is the top percent, get the payout, that's what you need to focus on in terms of, you shouldn't just be approaching challenges like Jay did, like I did, before having everything crystal clear. And then otherwise you're just going to burn through money if you don't have the skill set. But that was obviously the jump for you, and that's what made a big difference. What's your kind of reasoning for moving to Thailand?
For me it was, I'd go on holiday a few times a year, but like, I wouldn't do anything. But the main thing was, it was like at home, say, like, obviously I just work all the time. So if I was going full-time trading, I was worried. I don't know why, but for some reason at home I was worried. Because I feel like everyone I knew worked. So like, if I was going to trade full-time at home, then I'd kind of trade, and then there was nothing to do. So everyone would work, or like I could go to gym, I could do little things like that, but it just, like I'd have days off here and there, and I would do like a stay at home and trade. Like it was just not worth it. And I thought, what's the point if I'm going to be trading? There's no need being at home, especially because the prices over here are a quarter cheaper than they are in the UK.
Yeah, I bet.
So I can be earning the same money, but spending way less. So
yeah, like that.
I'm terrible at saving. I'm working on it, and I've got better at it now. But like here, I'm saving so much more than I would be at home.
Because it's physically hard to spend all the money. Yeah. I mean, you're like this one payout that you've just gotten now, that 3K payout. Is it 3K? Is that right?
Yes, that's 3.2, yeah.
Cool. So that 3.2 probably lasts you, how long do you reckon you could live off just that in Thailand?
Oh, in Thailand?
Yeah.
Oof. I reckon, me and Sal, you'll probably do about $1,000 a month in Thailand, wouldn't you? Yeah, about $1,000 a month.
So that's 3 months.
That's living nice as well.
Yeah, that's 3 months living in a really nice apartment. What's he said?
Yeah. He said rent's like, because we spend quite a lot on rent because we're like a nice place. So I think it's about 700 each, and then about 500 each a month. That's nice as well. Nice. That's eating out every day, doing what you want, having drinks, everything.
Sweet. Yeah, no, that's insane.
No.
So like the fact that you can live 3 months in Thailand, living in a really nice apartment, eating out every single day, for just one payout, from your funded account, which obviously has no risk. Once it's funded, you're not actually risking any capital. Obviously, is it bi-weekly payouts with One of One?
Yeah.
So all you need to do, I mean, how much are you trading with at the moment in terms of funded?
I've passed loads and I've blown them, because before, so when I was on demos, I was flipping accounts like left, right, and centre. Like I was doing like 12-15% days. So I passed like one, if I got one, passed it the same day, and I was trying to flip that account to like 15%, and I've ended up blowing it.
I remember us having a few conversations about it with getting funded.
Literally like 5, 6, 7% payouts, but I was just going the opposite way and trying to flip them even more stupidly. So I was about 300, 400k funded, but now I'm on 100k funded.
Cool. So I mean,
but now I've got like a proper strategy going. I do like a few percent and wait for the payout right now.
Exactly. I mean, we've had countless calls. I literally remember them like they were really recent, where I'm just on you about kind of like when you're in profit, just take it, because at the end of the day, when you're in profit on these funded accounts, that is very much real money that's yours. For me, it's normally one trade, profit, take it. And there's no extra work. And obviously the more you build up, so obviously you've just had a $3,000 payout. You had quite a big one not that long ago as well. Both of them can now go into more challenges, build that capital size up. When you're dealing with 400, 500k, even when you go up to $1 million, you only need to get one trade a month, and you're probably going to be hitting 5 figures a month. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty insane in itself. I mean, from one funded account to be hitting 3% consistently, getting those payouts, and then you can recycle that. Like I said, it's only upwards from here.
Exactly.
Cool. So I'm just trying to think about what people would want to know coming into it. So when obviously you went through the process, what were the main components that you felt like you needed from us in terms of educational wise to get you up to the scratch where you are making these payouts? You do have the skill set. What was the main thing from Woke, if you get what I'm saying?
I'd say the main thing was, for me, I just felt like, because obviously you say like you can teach people and mentor them into being like full-time traders. For me, it was like, surely they can't, do you know what I mean? Like, surely just this one course I'm signing up to, and like putting the work into, surely I can't get like the position that you was in at the time, because like obviously you were full-time at the time you started, and that's like, I looked up to like you, like I want that kind of life. And I thought, surely I can't get in the same position as him in the time that he did it, just from this course. But obviously,
no, literally. I was
skeptical at first.
Yeah, I mean, when you first joined, I was only, I think, 300k funded. Just had, I think, one of my first payouts. You're literally in the position that I was when I created Woke a year and a half later. So obviously to think that you wouldn't even, to think you would have thought, oh, this is going to take me ages. I don't even know if I will be able to do it. So a year and a half later, being in Thailand, probably doing cooler stuff than I was doing, and dealing with the same capital, the same payouts, etc. That's pretty mental in itself. Obviously, what do you feel like the next kind of goals are? What does Jay's next year look like?
So it'll be, to be fair, it's obviously building up funding. I want to throw every single payout into funding. I want to at least be $500,000 funded in the next month or so. And that's because obviously I've got these new rules now where I'm just going to get the account, make a percent. That's literally all you need. That's one thing being here as well. In the UK, I was like, oh, I need to make 5-10% a month. Like, I need that off one account. But here, you can make a percent and get the payout. So each payout I get now, I'm just going into new accounts, so I can just build up that capital.
Nice.
Then potentially do so obviously it's bi-weekly payout. So I want to essentially have like a payout every 4 days. So I split each account, so make a percent on each account, or 1, 2, 3% each account, and get the payouts like every 3-4 days. So that's the plan from here. And then just literally travel. We've got like a base now because we wanted to like stick to work. We want to like get everything ready. We want to build up our funding. And then the main thing about moving here that I was most like worried about was kind of losing it. It sounds stupid, but like coming here and just sort of mind fogging and just losing everything. Yeah. But it's actually so much better trading for me because like the time zone knows if you can wake up, you can have breakfast, you can go on and run everything. Yeah. Kind of want to build up my funding for the next few months, and then after that, once I've got a good base, just go wherever I want, do whatever I want. go to Dubai, set up a business over there.
Yeah, exactly. Start to look at other streams of income, and that's the thing. Like trading is one of the things. It's like so scalable with everything else because it's so time efficient, financially efficient. Like you don't need to do loads of hours. I mean, my whole last YouTube video, for example, like I did one trade the entire time I was there, and that was the whole holiday plus more paid for. So it's like, yeah, once you've got that there, you can grow a different income. You can do that, you can do this, and then trading is just always there with little time needed for it. No, that's
I recently had a meeting with a property investor as well in Thailand. She's showed me like what land she's got for sale, houses and stuff like that. So
cool, man. That's sick.
Coming, so you never know what can happen. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but meeting people like this in up and coming countries like this, aren't they?
But tell the audience kind of how old you are as well.
I'm 20. Just gone. Well, yeah, I went 20 like a few months ago. Yeah.
Okay, so you recently
started at 17, I think.
Started at 17, recently turned 20, and realistically, people twice your age are like struggling to get to the decision of like getting started, properly focusing on trading. Obviously, it's an example in itself that you're 20. I mean, I'm 22, Sal's 20, and you boys are out there living the life that 40-year-olds dream of. So obviously, it's just kind of credit to just yourselves. And obviously just what trading is and obviously giving it the attention it needs. What do you feel like if you were speaking to someone that was kind of new to trading, thinking about getting started, maybe they've looked at signals before, maybe they've looked at like a few YouTube videos, what would you say to them if they were kind of on the fence about getting started?
If on the fence, I would say, because a lot of people, I get a lot of messages from the Discord in my private chat, and they say, oh, how did you do it through like a 9 to 5? Because obviously I was a joiner before. And honestly, it's when I was doing it, I always thought, oh, is it doable? Because I don't think a lot of people in the group did do that. I had a 9 to 5 when I was in it. A lot of them were at uni or had like free time or like jobs on the weekends, and say it's definitely doable. Like a lot of people like to use the excuse saying, "Oh, I've got a 9 to 5, so it's like impossible to do it," but it's definitely not. I made it work, and
I mean, yeah, I was the same. I was at a 9 to 5 before I went full time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And a lot of people try and blame it on that, saying, "Oh, I'm skeptical to join because the trading hours, blah blah blah." It's definitely like you can easily do it. It's just people making more excuses for themselves, like why they can't.
Exactly.
On the fence about joining, I'd say, I'm very blunt about it. I either say do it or don't. I don't like talking people into doing it. It just shows like for me when I first joined, I could have easily not even had that call with you and joined up. That's how like badly I wanted it. So I feel like for the people that are on the fence about it, thinking, oh, should I do it, should I not? I'd simply just say like
either do or don't. Yeah, make a decision.
I'd say you're not even gonna. You just proved to me that you're not even going to work hard enough to do it in the first place.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be on the fence about something. Like I could waste, back in my 9 to 5, I was at the point where I could have wasted thousands on courses, on ones that didn't work, on signal. I wouldn't have given up, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I feel like for people to be on the fence to something like this, it's not even worth being on the fence about. Even if it's a possibility that you can escape the life that you was in before, like, there's no reason you should be on the fence at all. You just go for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I speak to thousands of traders and people who are looking to get started. It's like I speak to all sorts of people, different reasons to want trade, different reasons to like not start or whatever. And a lot of it's just like, everyone's always waiting for that perfect time, like financially to get started. And I always say to them, like, if you're not in the perfect financial position to get started anyway, what's going to change in 6 months' time? You're still going to have the same income, the same expenses, the same bad habits, the same skill set of not being able to trade. And in 6 months' time, you're not going to be in any better of a position. There's never really a perfect time. Obviously, I spent, I think it was $3,000. My missus actually had to help me out, as you know, on getting started. And obviously for you, when you got started, were you in like a perfect position to start, or was it very, very much like you had to kind of get yourself like...
Well, I had a proper expensive... I had a good job. I was getting paid well. But I had a really expensive car. I was young, so I got a car on finance. I was doing all this and that on the weekend. And to be honest, no, I wasn't in a position at all where I should have spent that money. But I just thought, like you said, like, what am I going to lose? Like, because I had a friend as well who started with as well. He actually started work at first as well. And now, just before I left town, I'd be like, I don't know why I didn't stick to it, blah, blah. It's like...
Is that Kobe?
Oh, I can't do this. But yeah.
I remember Jay's friend Kobe joined like, it was only for a few months, I think, but he joined when it was like really cheap on the monthly, but obviously I'm guessing he just didn't really stick to it and go for everything kind of as intensely as you did.
Life were busy for him, but just shows though, like if you stick to it, and like I wasn't in the position to really pay for it, but like I just thought I'm going to make it work.
Nothing's going to change otherwise.
If I have to cut out this, then I'm going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because at the time the payments they weren't expensive, but it was just like it was kind of like, oh, I could cut out going out on the weekend, be able to afford it. Like it was a no-brainer for me at that time. So definitely, and even for now, it's like a one-off payment, and obviously and the monthly. But for the people that want to see the one-off payment, I would say do. You can literally cut out weekends and save up. Like it's not that high. It's not that much money. Do you know what I mean? Especially for what you're offering.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you're now having like 3K consistent payouts, dealing with 6 figures in capital. Exactly, and like at the end of the day, for how much we charge to teach you that was like nothing compared to how much you're making, and obviously your lifestyle now. So no, that's just obviously just for people obviously thinking about it and like realizing your mindset coming into it. Obviously, a lot of people don't see. Well, a lot of people just don't like buying education. Same thing if I started doing something like if I wanted to go into property or if I wanted to go into, I don't know, marketing or something that I needed a skill set for, I would still do the same thing. I'd still get a mentor because the insight you can get from that, the knowledge you can get from that is kind of invaluable. Exactly, man. But no, I don't think there's too much I need to kind of go through other than that. Obviously, just to catch up in general. Have you got Sal with you?
Yeah, he always sits on the same sofa. He loves it.
Okay, let's have a little. Are you on your laptop?
You're on your laptop?
No, you.
You use this one if you want.
No. If you want to, I wanted to see the view a little bit. It's not the villa. See the villa a little bit.
You want to see it? It's at night now, but
yeah, I'll get you boys to send me some shots of what it looks like in the day.
This is a villa.
Not shabby.
I bought a new bike as well. I thought
I see.
I'm going to buy one.
You boys are like, you're loving them.
It's sick, honestly. This is. So how do you turn on your light? Was it one of these? Oh, here. Oh yeah. So this is Sal's room. His view. This is that ensuite, but the view's here. In the morning,
that's insane.
Like, you can see like the sea and the mountain and everything.
Oh mate, that looks beautiful.
He wakes up to that every morning. I've got the pool outside my room. But
yeah, I've seen you make a TikTok where you like jump straight in from your
got like the seated area
thing.
The pool there.
Nice one, lads. That is beautiful. Very nice.
It's mad going from like where we lived before. Like, you know, I was saying it in the chat today though. It's like we look at the new villas now because it does stay a while. So looking at the new villas now, and it's mad how we've like come to this, and now we're at a point where we could just upgrade to even better. But like when we was in the UK and we bought up this villa, we were saying to each other every day, I can't believe we're going to be living there. And they're like, it's insane.
And now you're upgrading. Yeah, that is mental. That's the thing, boys. It's like even the fact that you've jumped to move to Thailand, that shows a lot about your kind of personalities in general. Like obviously you're independent, you're grafters. And it's obviously like credit to yourself more than anything. But no, mate, it's been a pleasure. It's been really good. We'll probably have another call at some point, catch up, maybe get some more stuff. I do plan to come to Thailand this year, and I'll definitely come and say hi to you boys. We'll go do something on Woke.
Yeah, you didn't come, man. It's sick. It's the best place I've ever been.
It does look fucking mental.
What you want, Rob. Anything you want, you can do it here.
Fine. You're convincing me. But yeah, apologies, my voice is really shit at the moment as well. I've been ill the last couple of days, so if it sounds weird, that's why. But yeah, mate, it was, like I said, really good to speak to you as always. And I'm sure we'll catch up soon, bro.
Yeah, perfect. Right, Rob.
Nice, mate. In a bit, boys. See you, Sal, as well. Bye.
Yeah, we'll do. See you later.